about a little issue that many people are aware, mainly on Mexico. With this issue about this feminism, as many you know, it was created by a group of women that his main reason was the gender equality. The balance that people owe between the woman and men have the same rights or inequality. Because that balance, friends, it was broken not only today, it was for a long time. Undoubtedly, the women's movement was for a long time. The first emerged during the times of the French Revolution, where the pioneers struggles that demands that occurred in the establishment in the equality, which today still marked notably the negative difference that sharpened and they harmed women in all areas of little that Englishment process has not achieved a global change. In the stereotypes and roles so different they have prevailed throughout story, which means that there are many obstacles that must be overcome. How, will you ask? There are quite few problems with this balance that actually made it, to be honest. I never seen in my life this balance. I always seen this endless struggle of men and women and also the battle of discrimination. That at least men against women, as for me, I don't think that the balance exists. But wait, there is still be a solution that possibly have a wandering chain. There is only a possibility. Let me put you in context with a little story that I and my mother heard it thanks to the family gossips, and it's something related to this topic about gender equality. It turns out that my aunt lost her job and she was looking for another one because she needs the money. But hey, he took his papers, the typical requirements, and he found one in a drugstore. And in the beginning, she was attended by a man who the first looked by a disgusting face. Like if he never looked at a woman look like that. Well, she gave the papers and everything else, and the interview started. My own said that he was asking questions like if she was clumsy or was her first job, and that doesn't make sense because her papers told that it was in a lot of works, and her recommendation was she was working hard and have more inspiration in that work. So my aunt was shocked because she didn't know if he read the papers. That doesn't remove the fact that she was totally discriminated against just being a woman, and it's still worse. They generally think that all women are clumsy, that is to be carried away by stereotypes, and you have to avoid that to simply because being a man means to be better than a woman. We should know that everything else are living things. Well, they knew that if everyone have the same opportunities, the gender diversity have the potential to drive scientific discovery and innovation. A fact that a study by the University of Castilla-La Mancha shows that the research of teams in which gender diversity is between a man and woman are also more competitive and more innovative. In this context, gender diversity fosters novel solutions that led to radical innovation both in company or market. Look at how beneficial it can be with maintain that balance between men and women. To able to develop other technologies, systems, have better disciplinary development, among other things. Everything can grow if we work together as a team. But if we still have this issue about the gender and sex discrimination remains, it will never grow up. Like for example, the medical literature or topic controlling the variations across disease, countries, and research areas. And other second study detects that positive associations between women presents in the author's belief and the study of likelihood of using gender. And sex-based analysis, both studies illustrated how gender diversity can expand the general scope of knowledge, producing add more perspective in these current repertoires of possibly manage and health solutions. Well, now let's talk about a few strategies to solve this tedious problem. Share household chores and childcare equality. Household chores and children's care are very adult responsibility, but ask yourself if there is an equal division of labor in your home. Other one is reject chauvinist and racist attitudes. Do not make comments that ridicule anything or humiliate women, black people, indigenous people, because everyone needs respect. And finally, listen and reflect. One of the main obstacles to eliminate prejudice in that people have difficult recognizing that really exist. Research has already proven that we all reproduce stereotypes that exist in shades of many topics, including the gender and the race. Now, if you turn to thinking about all this discrimination between genders that you have seen it, I think it's about time of you think about this really balance.